I wish I was here today to tell you that I could support the expansion of the Family Leave Program. I mean, you know, who wouldn't, right? I mean, if you could give an additional 6 days, if you could expand the category...
Please speak into your mic.
Thank you. I wish I was here today to tell you that I was in support of expanding the Family Leave Act. And why wouldn't we? If we could expand it for another 6 days, if we could increase the categories that are covered, that's a good thing. Except we all know that nothing in life is free. And last night I took some time to try to figure out exactly how this works. And if you'll bear with me for just a moment, I'd like to go over that with all of you. Right now, your salary is taxed in order to support these programs. And what the law does is it says 28 times the average weekly wage is how much gets taxed. And right now, based on the current law, that's $33,700. So the first $33,700 of everybody's salary gets taxed to pay for this. In order to expand it, we are now changing the law to make it 107 times the average weekly salary. So now, instead of your salary being taxed up to $33,700, your salary is going to be taxed from the very first penny to $129,000. So let's think about that. What does that do to our middle class? What does it do to the guy who's making $60,000 a year? That person now, instead of once he got the or she got the $33,700 and said, wow, I'm done, I've paid all the tax, and my paycheck grows a little bit as a result of no longer having to pay that tax, are now going to pay that tax for the entire year. To me, this has an impact on the very people we try to protect. There's going to be no break anymore for the middle-class taxpayer. No break. Is that worth it to expand this Family Leave Act? I mean, I think if you asked folks whether or not they'd rather put the money in their pocket than have an expansion to the Family Leave Act that they may or may not ever use, I think most people would say they'd rather keep the money in their pocket. Because now you're going to pay this tax from day one to the end. And I just think we need to start thinking about that, because when you look at what this bill does and the impact that it's going to have on our middle class, we look at the impact the minimum wage is going to have. Later on, we have bills that will have the potential to raise the property taxes.
They just never got her in.
We have a bill that will raise tax on fuel, on jet fuel. You know, this doesn't become the path to progress. It becomes the road to destruction. And especially for our middle class. I mean, we just need to start thinking about how much all of these things cost and what it does to the cost of living here for the folks that can barely make ends meet now.